Until now, our Lenten Gospels are from St. Matthew and St. Luke, recalling what Jesus taught and did in Galilee. Now, this weekend, for the remaining days of Lent, our readings are mostly from John's Gospel, who brings us to Jerusalem, where Jesus celebrates various feasts in the temple, where he teaches and works wonders. He'll be arrested in Jerusalem, and after being judged guilty, he'll be crucified and die, and then he will rise from the dead. Now, an historian or political analyst looking at the world that Jesus lived in would predict realistically he'll meet his death in Jerusalem. His life will come to an end there. John's Gospel sees it in another way. When Jesus goes to Jerusalem, the city is rejuvenated. It has new life. He gives the Jewish feasts new meaning. He gives the Sabbath day a new meaning, as he tells a paralyzed man who's been waiting for 38 years to be cured in the water, take up your mat and go. And on another Sabbath day, he gives the gift of sight to a man born blind. He's the light of the world. And as he nears the Passover feast, he raises Lazarus from the dead. His own resurrection gives the promise of life to all the world. And Jesus, of course, speaks fearlessly in Jerusalem, John's Gospel says. He faces the religious and the secular leaders of his day. He proclaims to the crowds in the temple that he and the Father are one. And his voice reduces every other voice to silence. The prophets we read these days have the same message as John's Gospel. I'm about to create new heavens and a new earth, God says through Isaiah. I'll create Jerusalem to be a joy and her people to be a delight. Waters from Jerusalem will flow over all the earth like the original waters of Genesis, Ezekiel says. Wherever the river flows, every sort of living creature can multiply and live. There'll be abundant fish, and wherever this water comes, the sea will be made fresh. But again, historians and political analysts would see Jesus' journey to Jerusalem as a journey doomed to failure. Our readings see it differently. Our faith sees it differently. It's a world that God wishes to save. So maybe one of the things we should do these days is to turn off the political analysts and the historians and listen to St. John and the prophets, or at least turn the volume down. Let's remember we're living in God's world, a world redeemed by Jesus Christ.